Hey everybody, how are you all today? Welcome one, welcome all. It's giving me some slight issues. Well, here's hoping it all clears up because it's out of my hands. Hey Poncho Hamster, hey Grego Pants, hey Mohammed, hey Lucas, hey Orion. Howdy howdy. How are you all doing today? Okay, so I've got the slight issue from last time that I completely forgot about. I haven't touched the game in a few days. So I made this bottom layer of iron just a tiny bit too large, so I'm going to have to correct that. But apart from that, everything else is fine. How have you all been? Welcome. Oh yeah, I was in Fit's video, yeah, well kinda. He found screenshots of... You know, I've told a lot of people about Pyro Stash over the years. That's really nothing new. I don't even think he knew those were my screenshots. I don't know. But hey, that's how it is. Oh, hey, Hobbler, you missed streams. Yeah, school. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you're back. Thank you so much for donating, man. Hopefully school doesn't ruin your life or interfere with your life. I mean, maybe not ruin your life. That may be a little too strong on the wording, but you get what I mean. I'm glad to see you back, man. So yeah, it was an interesting little video about Pyro Stash. I never expected them to ever have been able to place the command blocks and use them, but it does make sense that they could temporarily use them, just because they'd had op once upon a time. So I don't know. I know that Housemaster world edited away that stash, so there's nothing there now. Whatever little evidence there was, you know, you get what you get and that's it. There's not much else to really say about it. But it's interesting to go back and look at, you know. Moved to a new house on Monday. Ah, good. Well, new houses are always interesting, aren't they? I can remember opening the front door to the house I live in now 16 or 17 years ago and going, oh my god, it's so open and spacious because we hadn't moved in furniture. And just being like shocked that a house could be so big. It was so nice. Of course now I just feel it's like average size, but man, that was a good day. I hope you cherish your new house, Orion. New houses are usually, well, I don't know, not always, but hopefully this is a good thing. Hey, Poncho Hamster, how are you? Hey, Nintendo 2B2T, how are you? What's now? So nervous about university. Oh my god, you're in university. Is this your first day, first year, first everything? It can be a bit much. I don't blame you if you're overwhelmed. I can remember my first trip to a university and all the butterflies and the ups and downs. I warn you, it may be harder than anything you've ever done academically. Monday's your first day, wow. Man, oh man. How life and times change, am I right? We don't expect some of the things that happen in our lives. Just, it's wild. Oh. But good luck, Poncho Hamster. I hope you're going to continue to be okay. I mean, it should be fine, right? It's just a big bad adult school. I mean, if anything, that is kind of the appeal of university, is that it's a slightly more adult, you know, upscale, more into personal freedom, personal choice. Like, you get a lot of options, or at least I did. I don't know how universities are in Mexico, but, or well, maybe not Mexico, but wherever you live, I don't know. Maybe you don't live in Mexico. I couldn't say. But yeah, good luck, man. I hope life treats you well. So yeah, did everybody watch that video Fit put out today? I'm curious if any of you all, oh shit, are new arrivals or there we go, or are at least passingly curious about all the stuff that went down back then. I, for one, would like to know the exact time and date that stash got pasted in. Or maybe not pasted, but added in. It had to have been 2013, because Pyro had imps and other things like that he would had to have gotten from that little stash of his. He had to have had those things as late as 2013, because he was using them in 2014 a little. And then he used them again in 2015 during the third incursion. So those had to have been somewhat known, you know, like maybe not 100% totally secret, but like it had to have been old. I remember him talking about and bragging about him having really good stuff once upon a time, but I wasn't entirely certain what that was. So yeah, needless to say, he definitely had some good stuff. I'm just sad it all got erased. I would have loved for someone to have stumbled upon that years and years later, after he quit 2B2T or something, and have somebody be all like, the long lost stash of Pyrobite. Hell, that whole stash of Pyros, because Alpha knew about that stash way back when. That's kind of like the basis for Alpha's Bedrock scam. Like, in 2017, 2018, Alpha was constantly bragging about us having Bedrock, but we had no such thing. We'd never had Bedrock. We were never able to get a hold of anything. And basically the cover was that, yeah, we had it from Pyro's old stash. And I was like, sure, whatever. That's not even slightly true, but sure, whatever. I didn't really care. It was just fun. Fun for misinformation. It was fun to mess with people and make them think things were not what they actually were. I don't know. Hey, Frocality, how are you? Well, a long-time player and base builder, Jacktherippa. Yeah. I mean, I was a builder, and I was based, so I can't necessarily deny that accusation. But exactly how based and how much of a builder I was, well, I'll leave that for you to decide, fair viewer. I would like to think I did pretty well for myself, all things considered. I definitely knew how to shake up everything and keep shit fresh. I enjoyed being able to do all the crazy things I got to do. There was just something inspiring about Pyro. And I attribute a lot of what I did to Pyro, kind of. Not like in that I did it for him, but like the epicness of some of the things he did and some of the showing off he did. It inspired me, I won't lie. His ability to just always procure a fun time, no matter what. That was something. That was really not something people could do easily back then. People were also, until Valkyria, people were also stuffed shirt at each other's throats or dumb drama, things of that nature. But it was interesting. It was interesting being able to hang out with Pyro and catch wind of all his schemes or figure out this or that mystery, or he would occasionally say something weird or a reference to something else he was doing. And I never quite understood what it was he was doing until maybe a year or two later. One of the most inspiring things Pyro ever did was he went to spawn during the second incursion, I believe it was. You don't ever hear about the second incursion. But it was right after I met them and was Pyro and Sato's friend. We were about to go back to Valkyria. And Pyro would get up on this really large tower that they had made. And he would jump off it. And he would use glide. And remember, this is years before Elytra, so being able to glide was like walking on air. It was so majestic. And he would get up there and he would just slowly flutter to the ground. And he would just sort of be like, yeah, look at me, I'm a dandelion on the wind. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you doing that? And this is before that was really like a super public exploit. And yeah, he was full of all sorts of weird little tricks and surprises like that. It was cool. Hey, Universe, and how are you? Did I build any part of the interdimensional bridge? No. Crowbar built all of that long after I quit playing at Intopia. We quit playing it. I quit playing at Intopia at the end of 2019 because I was bored and I was focusing primarily on Space Valk 3. And I always told myself I would go back and play more at Intopia. And then in early 2020, there was an account exploit that the nerds were logging into everybody's accounts. You all probably saw that video, or if you didn't, you can go see it on the Nerds Inc. channel. And there was that. That was a huge kerfuffle. And so we were all like, oh my god, Intopia might be compromised. Let's not build there. And we were going to wait a while, let the heat die down. We weren't sure if any of our accounts were exploited or not. And then I was too busy focusing on Space Valk 3. And then what else happened after that? Oh, the Turks found us. And so I was just like, I was all in on that. And I stopped playing in mid-2020. So I just never logged in to Intopia ever again, which is where the interdimensional bridge was made. And the next thing I know, I hear Crowbar is building there, though I don't know what. I wasn't paying attention to what it was that he was building, just that he was there and that he was building. And next thing I know, I start hearing about this lovely thing, and I start seeing renders of it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. And then I vaguely remember hearing that Crowbar built something like that on 2B2T, and sure enough, it was that. So I could have gone there and checked it out, but I didn't care. It wasn't that special. Not to me. I didn't build it. Oh, hey, Hobbler. Will I ever hop on 2B2T if it updates? Probably not, no. The thing of it is, the update schedule has just been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. It's kind of silly at this point. I don't think 2B2T is ever going to update. Like, I have thoroughly given up hope on that. I'm not worried about it, but like it's annoying, you know? I don't think Housemaster knows what the hell he's doing. I don't think he knows what he wants to achieve with all that, and it just doesn't... It's a waste of my time, you know? It's a waste of my time and energy to concern myself with it. That, and if 2B2T does update, the chat reporting bullshit is going to have to be addressed and, like, neutered in some fashion, because there's no way I would join 2B2T with current chat reporting functions enabled as they exist in 1.16. Or, not 16, 1.19.2. I don't know why I thought 1.16. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess. What can you do? No idea what things are going to be like, or how it's all going to change, or what. Here's hoping we get some sort of a respite from the bullshit. No idea what that'll be though. The Nerds Inc. video where they wiped everybody's enter chest. Yep, that was the one. They had a flavor of exploit from 2012 that they were able to unearth because the way that exploit was not patched properly. And so it was basically it was an old wound that was reopened. It was really quite funny. I'm so glad I stopped playing on my main by that time. Because by the end of 2019, I was playing on a secret alt. Even though I was still playing 2B2T, I was playing a secret alt that was basically unknown and untraceable. And so I was like, yeah, this way I can continue Space Valk 3 incognito and I'll be alright. But even that ended up not really working out. Hey, Simaju, how are you? But hey, what can you do, you know? House is going to need a literal Hypixel devs, or yeah, somehow he's going to have to like move heaven and earth to get this place into a semi-decent state for the latter versions. I was touring around, or rather, I wasn't doing the touring. Someone else was on 2B2T, and they were screen sharing with me, and we were touring somewhere. I'm not going to say where. And they were showing it off to me, and it was really cool. And I was really blown away by it, and I was like, yeah, this is so awesome. And it suddenly came to light during the tour just how bad 1.12's rendering and resource management and all that is. And how it's a stable server update, but it's crap. The latter versions really are better resource management wise, FPS wise, server performance wise. Like everything is just better in 1.16 plus. And trying to play a god-awful out-of-date version is, well, god-awful. And like, I'm just sitting here watching him try to show off everything, and I'm like, how in the holy hell are you running around in 1.12 and you're not wanting to tear your eyeballs out? Because like, there were stuttering, there was screen tearing, it was awful. And it was entirely because of the client he was using and 1.12's less than stellar performance. And yeah, it was just like, damn. So glad I don't have to deal with that. Like, there's just so much quality of life that's changed between 1.12 and 1.18. I'm not going to touch 1.19 with a 20-foot pole if I can avoid it. But yeah, we'll see. Frocality's alt. Thank you so much, Frocality. Or Frocality's alt, whichever you want to be called by. Thank you so much for donating. I didn't expect you to have... You'd have to do that. But yeah, it's something. So yeah, I don't know. This PC is good, but can it run Minecraft? Well, yeah, that was the olden days. I would say most PCs can run Minecraft semi-okay, as long as they were made within the last 5 to 7 years. Uh-oh. Is that a challenge? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Did the stream die? Okay, I think it's fine. It may have, like, gone sideways temporarily. What's the deal? Okay. Weird. Connection died temporarily. I don't know what happened with that. That's whack. I don't know. I can't tell you. The internet is a mystery to me. How does information run through a series of tubes? I'm telling you. But whatever. At any rate, yeah, that was the unfortunate nature of what I was seeing. But anyway, thank you so much for donating. Oh, Hobbler. Oh, okay. Yeah, Frocality, Hobbler. Thank you so much. I'm moved whenever people want to donate to me. I don't know what to tell them. Like, should there be some sort of a stock phrase that I rehearse? Like, I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. Sorry about that. How many beacons do I have? Let's see here. I've got to use this damn spyglass now because I can't use Optifine Zoom. So that's 5 beacons there. It's another 5 there. Another 5 there. 5 on top of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The central one, that's 5. And then the 3 on the edges. So 1, 2, 3. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 5. So that's 40 beacons so far. And then I'm going to put another beacon pyramid right up there, right where the spyglass is on my cursor, right there. And then I'm going to put another beacon pyramid right there to match where these ones are. And what I'm doing now is erasing a mistake. I accidentally put the beacon pyramid at 5 layers instead of 4. And I don't know how I made that mistake, but I did, so I'm correcting it, and I'm gathering up all the iron I wasted. Because I was like, I've collected so many iron blocks. How have I not got enough to fill up the necessary quota for all the bases? The beacon bases. I can grind the beacons easily now because I've got a semi-decent skull farm. But, like, the iron is still a problem. Well, how? I made this monster of a factory. Like, it keeps popping out, you know, iron golems faster than a rabbit shits out little, you know, balls of food. Like, how on earth am I still subpar for iron? And the answer is just simply, yeah, I was being stupid. I built it too big. So yeah. Have I watched a Philza video? I've watched some of his highlights before, but I've never sat down and really watched one. Why? I know he has, this is something I considered doing, but then thought, nah, that's not me, and it wouldn't really do anything. It would just be a silly gimmick. I know he does all of the mob sounds. You can donate certain amounts to, like, spook him and stuff. I know that's a thing you can do, but I don't really give a shit. I'm not a jumpy person when it comes to Minecraft. I've got nerves of steel in Minecraft, I really do. I can get startled from certain things, but, like, if a startle happened over and over and over, it wouldn't be a startle anymore. It would lose its meaning. So that's really not, like, that didn't matter to me. It would get old very quickly. Also, my connection seems to be lagging, so you'll have to bear with me on that one. It should correct here shortly. Alright, I recouped all my netherrack. Alright. Boo. Frocality. Or, sorry, not Frocality, Hobbler. Thank you, man. Okay. Yeah, this should be enough iron for at least one more beacon base. Though I don't remember what level I made these on. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Some streamers won't get scared since the fans donate at the wrong time. Well, it isn't even that. It's the fact that it gets... Like, I get used to things. I build up a resistance to things. Like jump scares and scary movies and shit. None of that does anything for me anymore. 135. Okay. I'm, oh, fuck. I'm going to 135. Like, all the booze in the world won't really do anything. Even if you were, like, standing beside me and could spook me, it still wouldn't really spook me. Oh, I guess that andesite slab didn't fall. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I gotta go over this way. Oh, and the other thing on my itinerary to do is to dismantle, once I've got the beacon pyramid there, is to dismantle the crappy, ineffectual raid farm that I've got there, because it's just... It isn't up to snuff. It's just all there is to it. I could do a better job of placing it. Also, finally, the damn stream error stopped. Okay, so 136... So 135. Okay. So I'm looking to make this meet up with that. And I believe it met this at a diagonal. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so this is 1153. And this is 11:55. Ah. So right about here. And it was diagonal to this. What am I looking at? 11:53, 54, 55. So it was diagonal to that. Cool. So that's where it begins. I've got to put some lighting sources on these beacons to like keep them from becoming mob spawn habitats. There we go. Oh, good night, Orion. How are you? Or not how are you, but take care. My bad. Hey, okay, man. How are you? That's what I meant to say. Good night. Okay, take care, Orion. Thanks for coming out, man. You're great. Enjoy your new house. May it forever bless you in your daily life and endeavors. I hope to have my own house someday. That would be nice. But then I would hope that's a dream for everybody. Okay. Shit. I gotta get out my my looking glass. I'm not certain as to how many blocks something is. Two, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so these indents are 9 blocks apiece. So yeah. Anybody have any questions about other 2B2T stuff? Currently challenging yourself to raid a bastion without directly or indirectly killing the piglins. Really? So far you trapped 4 to 5 brutes without any close calls. Okay. Are you using the boat method, Mr. Anonymous? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, the boat method is definitely the best for that. That's what I've done here in this world. I've had to kill like 1 or 2 brutes, but I've just boated them and that's about the end of it. I'm going to be honest, I only touched a bastion like very briefly in the early days of this world. I've not been to a bastion since because there's just no point. There's nothing in them that I want. I'm not like hurting for gold or anything like that. Brutes are just a pain. They don't drop anything. They're damage sponges. That's it. They don't really like, they're a hazard, but they're not like they're a completely voluntary hazard, you know? At least with the Deep Dark, if I ever do touch on that stuff, I have Swiss Sneak, the what's it? What are those? The dark shards? Those dark crystals or whatever they are. I've got those I can gather. I don't know what those are for. There's Skulk to gather up. So there's a lot of reasons to go to the Deep Dark that I'm not like really chomping at the bit to do, but at least it's something to do. But bastions just kind of feel empty. It was fun to raid and like sneak around in invisibly. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to strip naked and creep around totally invisible inside a bastion. It's something about the thrill of not being noticed. You know, stealth games and stuff. But like actually, you know, going to a bastion for the hell of it, just because it's there, is just sort of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping that there will be something in 1.20 that's actually worth looking forward to. Because as it stands, I don't know. I'm still very on the fence about that. 15. I'm missing a block. Where are you at, bruh? Oh, there it is. Cool. I've still got to finish this side, but I'm going to do that later. when I've got less other problems to worry about. Because there's a lot of quality of life changes that I would love to fix / add in. So I don't know, we'll see. The strip naked part caught you off guard, Clamp Wizard? Oh, it's okay. I mean, you gotta be naked in Minecraft to be invisible. They get the trope right. You gotta be naked to be invisible. Because if you're visible, what's the fucking point? If you're wearing armor, you're wearing clothing, you can still be seen. Yeah, you're, heavy air quotes, invisible, but you're not really unnoticeable, you know? So, like, yeah, you have to strip naked. That's how it should be. Also, damn it, did the fucking thing die again? Yeah, it's going bad. Okay, it's getting better. Sorry if it keeps going wild on me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so this is 1327. So that's where we need to go over to. Just bear with me, folks. The internet connection is being unstable tonight. 28, 27. There we go, right here. Sorry about that. I know it's bad, but, like, I don't know what the hell the problem is. You all may have to refresh your the page. It's giving me kind of like an up and down sort of vibe to it, so I'm sorry if it's all fucky. Sometimes it just does that. There ain't much I can do about it. But on the bright side, you know, it recovers somewhat quickly. I don't know what the deal is, though. Maybe my parents are doing something. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. Ah, it's so good to have wealth. Stuff you can do things with, you know? To be able to actively make something and achieve something in this game, it feels so good. Oh, I love it. It activates that dopamine in my brain meats. Helps me to cope with my meaningless existence in the vacuous, empty reaches of the universe, in between the Boots void and other somewhat less sparse regions of space. This existence we live in a society. It's something to do, you know? In what would otherwise be, I guess, just nothing. I don't know. Fucking hell, internet. Please behave. Would you please just do the thing as I need you to do? Sorry about the internet, folks. I don't know what the deal is. Hold on, I'm typing a message. There we go. So yeah, just keep trying. It's unfortunate that it's doing this to me, but I don't normally get major connection issues like this. It just sort of happens. There we go. I saved a stack and a half of iron, and I only need to farm 10 more beacons. So that's only, what, 30 skulls? That's piss easy to do. So why the fuck not? Let's go get 30 skulls. That shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't take more than 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, well, maybe it'll take longer than that. But shouldn't take more than 20 minutes. Sorry about the issues, everyone. Seriously. I may have to go and yell at someone to get off the fucking internet. In fact, I may do that right now. Okay. What's the deal here, guy? Do the thing, you stupid machine. Oh, man. Yeah, it's, there we go. It was being a little bitch. I don't know if it'll ever stop, or if I'm just stuck with this for the evening. I may just be stuck with this for the evening. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks, but that may just be how our night devolves. Oh well. If it is so, then it is so, and there ain't much else you can really do, I bet. Just back from the Fit vid, you do recall that I mentioned Pyro quit due to his illegal stash being removed. Yes. He claimed that Housemaster world edited it. If that is true, I can't tell you for sure if it is or not, because I have no clue what was going through his head, but I assume it was because he lost his stash suddenly, and then he had nothing to really keep him tied to the server beyond that. But I couldn't tell you. That in there. Soul Soil. Okay. That's what, 30 skulls, so that's 40 actually. There we go. So let me quickly replace the iron that I had in my ender chest. I had a ton in here, but I had to put it all in there to try to make up the deficit. And now the deficit's made up. So we're all good. Okay, now I need to farm up some skulls to get the remainders and get a little bit of paper. Also, I need to make more walkways around here at some point, just as a just to sort of make the place feel more cavernous, less cavernous, more lived in, more, I don't know, overarching. Oh wait, here's a quicker way back. The quilted. Oh, whoa, whoa, what am I doing? I need to go into the Nether anyway. So I'll just take this. Anyway, Dream SMP and 2BGT are not related. No, they're not. Why would you assume that, you silly Billy? Who thought that was? We don't talk about Dream SMP. You're right, we do not. Who is talking about Dream SMP? Same as Fit mentioned. Yeah. That is how that went down, right? Eddie No Chong. Yo, Fit MC is awesome. He's like epic story, like. Okay, well, keep the mentions of that to a minimum, Light Morrison. I'm not gonna watch any of that, but yeah. And here we are. Here is where the sausage is made. Look at all these skeletons waiting to be made into beacon sausage. Or rather, bacon. Oh, I can't get out. There we go. Okay. There we are. First customer. You ought to be trickling in faster than that. There we go. Perfect. I might even get enough beacon stuff for the beacon here. I might do that. I don't know. Hightail is so cool. I mean, I hope it's cool. I really do want it to be good. Light Morrison, if you're going to do trolling, do it right. Hey, we got a skull already. Sweet. You know, I ought to get an auto clicker or a kill aura of some kind just for this. It's almost the end when Mr. Beast was about to join. Oh, really? I don't know hardly enough about the Dream people to, like, care. All I know is that it really gave Minecraft a huge popularity boost in 2019. That's all I really know about all that. Shit. I was hoping there'd be another skull in here. But I can't really... Oh, another skull. Okay, that's 2. So we got, what, 28? That ain't bad. Okay, I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna repair my pickaxe using these wonderful skeletons. And hopefully I won't get ambushed or raped while I'm currently not paying attention to my surroundings. The nether was lag trap, really? Do I have any insight into Pyro has done with the command block besides tinkering it? I didn't even know he had tinkered with tick speed. Though there is obvious evidence that that's happened. But like any more than that, I couldn't tell you. Pyro never told me anything about what he did with command blocks. He just showed me one and, like, very clearly had them, and I held one, but I couldn't place it, and he said they were useless. Now, obviously, the useless thing was probably a cover, because he didn't want to let everybody know that he'd used command blocks once upon a time. But I couldn't tell you precisely what he did beyond that. He probably gave himself items. That's it. Like, I don't know. I know from the screenshots of his stash that I have, those... Oh, by the way, the screenshots of the bedrock stash that Fit used, those were all my screenshots. Just for anyone wondering. But those are all screenshots that I had circulated myself from people who'd asked me over the years about, you know, Pyro stash. Because it's a topic that has been, you know, asked about and wondered about for a long time. And obviously it's been many, many years since that point, and I don't give a shit. It was not my stash. I didn't lose anything. So I don't really care about talking about it. It's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, so whatever. But that said, you know, I didn't see any means of triggering any of those command blocks, but that isn't to say that there weren't any. Just that from the screenshots I have, all I know is they were lined up. They looked more decorative to me than actually, you know, useful or functional. But for all I know, it gave Pyro another copy of his famous Sharpness 666 diamond sword. Or maybe some other type of 32k weapon. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is he had it. He had player heads, he had imps, he had spawn eggs, he had all the cool shit that ended up getting circulated at one point or another. And yeah, that was it. I could not tell you what else he did beyond that. How he got it all, when he got it all, how long he kept it for. All I know is he had an end portal at this bedrock stash, and it ended up being the thing that gave away the location, because Housemaster was tracking illegal end portals back then. And that's what was being used to, you know, to tell that something was amiss. Beyond that, I can't say. Only Pyro would know the extent of Pyro's exploits. We all have a good idea. We've got good evidence, and, you know, I've got a few screenshots of his ender chest. Because he was all too eager to share screenshots of what all goodies he had. But anything beyond that, I couldn't tell you. All the public information is public. Not that that's too surprising. Public information is public. Who would have guessed? Okay, let's give some of these bones a home, because I don't want to hold on to them. If I clog up this stupid hopper with bones, then it can't pick up valuable shit. Oh, and I do want the coal as well. Coal is always nice. So yeah, I don't know what else there is to say really about Pyro's stash. He loved hanging out there, AFKing and greeting people. And then one day he came back from being AFK and it was all gone. And he knew Housemaster had world edited it away because it was all bedrock. You know, it was very clearly, you could only remove it by selecting the area and then replacing it with air. Just editing it all out with air. No other alternative fits, you know, what we know. But the area being eroded by Endermen and sheep, that explains a lot, because if he increased the tick speed, then he very likely did that while AFK. And that would also explain at several points in the server around the time of Pyro's kingship, where seemingly wheat would grow really fast. Crops were, and mobs, especially around the time of Space Valk 1, mobs were like really prevalent around spawn, and I'm talking passive mobs. Spawn, of course, was still a wasteland, but there were bits of like grass. And this was all pre-Rusher War, so there was a lot of ruin and rot that had yet to happen, because a lot of that happened during the Rusher War. So it stands to reason that if he upped the tick speed during the Rusher War, or during the Third Incursion, where there were very few people online, maybe only like 20 or 30, barely anyone would have noticed. And also that would explain why there was an abundance of horses, sheep, cows, pigs, rabbits, and so on around spawn. I remember going to get horses and rabbits for Space Valk 1 and being like, damn, there are an awful lot of passives just freely spawning. And damn, we set up, because we were in the end, I set up an Enderman farm, and I set up a really high efficiency Enderman farm. And because of the mob spawning at the time, I was expecting, you know, piddly spawns. And I've got screenshots of me just AFKing to like level 200 something on 2B2T, because you could do that. And so now I've got to wonder, was the tick speed back then during the Third Incursion, which is 2015, was everything augmented even as early as that? Hey, 11 Skull, all right. We are up to T-minus 19 skulls. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you what was really going on other than my own experience and my own guesses. And obviously we have evidence. We've got evidence, thankfully. I'm very happy that people have been able to piece together things like this, but like, yeah, it is an ungodly amount of info and power. You're not wrong. Hey, 12, 13, hell yeah. Can I get a 14th skull? Give me a skull, baby. 14, hell yeah. 15 skulls. 16 fucking skulls. Holy shit. Wow, I ought to play the damn lottery. I could actually maybe win something. Get him! Give me a skull. Anyway, yeah, that's true, but imagine having that power. Oh, I know, right? Actually, I bet he didn't have the ability to TP anywhere. I bet he had, if he was using those command blocks, he was likely using them. Oh my god, we're up to 17 already. Holy shit, 13 left to go. Anyway, he was likely teleporting to a different location, but it was a preset location. You know what I mean? So he would teleport to the stash, and I bet he had a way to teleport back to his stash. He may have even had other locations that we've not found. Ooh. Because I know he had a good 4 or 5 command blocks that were placed in those screenshots. So it stands to reason, if he could give himself stuff and alter the TPS, why not also have a fixed command to teleport you to spawn? Or maybe a few hundred blocks away from spawn so that you could easily travel there. You know, because back in the day, in the Valkyrian days, we were all able to freely teleport to spawn through the STP exploit. And everybody had STP. No, not STD. STP. Spawn teleport. That was a common exploit everybody had access to back then. And it involved sending a false movement packet that didn't have the right data associated with it. It was a NaN packet, which is not a number. So you would set your movement to not a number, and the server would freak out and default your position to spawn. And so everybody could teleport to spawn back in the day. So I bet he had some sort of spawn teleport command on one of those command blocks, because why the hell else wouldn't he? Except maybe he'd probably offset it to keep it, you know, to avoid being detected. Because all he'd have to do is hop on a highway and go back to wherever. I remember this. In mid to early 2015, during the third incursion, right as the third incursion was winding down, but I was still working on Space Valk 1, we were not yet found. So this is before Space Valk 1. This is before the Tel at A exploit. I remember requesting of Pyro an inf grass block, because I needed an inf grass to be able to cover that upper area in Space Valk 1 to make that artificial jungle that I was going to make. And I remember going and saying, hey, look, I need a lot of grass. Can you help me? And he was like, okay, I can walk back to my stash. And I knew it was the stash he had his inf at. And I knew it was the bedrock stash. I think his end portal would have like made the inf get deleted, because the server would have checked his inventory and it would have deleted the inf. But he painstakingly walked from that stash all the way back to spawn, just through the nether, just to help me with Space Valk 1's jungle area. And it was really cool of him to do that. And I was like, wow, I didn't expect him to have to put in so much effort. It didn't occur to me just how far out that stash was, too. That was the other thing. Oh, wow, 8 more skulls. We're almost there. Oh, man. So, yeah, it was just sort of like... It was a big deal. It really was. He took out a lot of time out of his schedule that he could have spent, like, fucking around, doing whatever the hell he wanted. He could have gone anywhere. He didn't have to curry me or deliver to me a grass imp. He didn't have to do that. He'd already given me, what was it? Ender chest and quartz. He'd already given me a lot, because I was using obsidian a little bit, and I was using quartz, obviously, at Space Valk 1. Hell yeah, 23. 24! Come on, baby, give me a 25. Give me that 25th. They keep falling down. I don't know where they're falling from, that they're taking fall damage. It's like registering them as fall damage. Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of beacon. Daddy needs a new set of beacon. 25. Oh, baby, yes. 5 more. Almost there. Say Pyro was better than Nerd? Yes, he was definitely a cut above the rest of them. Even though Pyro was technically in Nerds Inc. for a while there. I think he's since distanced himself and all that. He's not really involved, obviously. He's moved on with his life. But he definitely had an ounce of humanity and was, like, not a jerk-ass about it. Whereas the rest of the Nerds Inc., they've got this stink of elitism about them. That's what I didn't like about Tristan toward the end there. You could tell that his knowledge and his ingrained relationships with Imp, Housemaster, Offtopia, George Bush 420, all the bigwigs. You could tell his ingrained relationship with all of them made him, quote, better than the plebs. He was above you all. He could do anything. He could restart the server. He could spawn in items. He could get Housemaster to make him a new quad spawner. Because back then, mob spawners were actually pretty cool. And bullshit like that. And like... yeah, all that stuff's nice, but... I don't know. what's the point in having a nice, awesome thing if you're not going to share it with your friends? Or to have friends to share it with? Because, like, the amount of drama and infighting that's occurred in the nerds is just unreal. I talked with Kinorana a good... probably 8 or 9 months ago. Or no, it was in January. It was earlier in the year. And he mentioned that he left the nerds in around 2019 because there was just so much drama and infighting. It stopped being cool to be there. It stopped being fun. It wasn't about codes, exploits, you know, all the fun shit that it had been about when it was formed. It was always... it was clout. It was a way to chase their egos. It was a way to make themselves look cool or sound better or whatever. And, like, that shit gets old fast. You don't want to... oh, shit. Fuck. That was a, that's my cue to kill these guys, because if they're dying to cramming, I'm not going to get skulls. 27. Come on, lucky 28. Ah, damn it. Damn. Not a single skull. Skull! Okay. Let's get rid of these damn swords. I really wish they did not drop their fucking stone mineral bullshit. Nobody uses these. These are worthless. Why do they have to drop them en masse? I don't want 50 jillion swords just 'cause. I can't break them down. I can't barter with them. I can't sell them. Oh, one more skull. One more skull. Anyway, I can't, like... I can't use them for anything. They don't serve a purpose. They're not cool. They're 90% broken. What is the point? I'll never understand crappy gear being dropped from zombies, skeletons, and zombie and skeleton analogs. At least Endermen dropping their pearls and the blocks they carry is moderately useful. Like, it's a good way to get grasp without silk touch. Or something like that. But, like, all this other shit is just... oh, fuck. I need to be farming. Hey, 31. Oh, wow, I got an extra. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop. Just because I don't need any more. Okay, cool. Let's shove off. Oh, fuck. I wish that wouldn't happen. Where it would ruin a perfectly good rocket just because you clicked on a block. That's so stupid. Use reach. Now I'm good. One question you have about 2BTT. When it came to wars, how in-depth did strategy go? What's strategy? How do you strategize in Minecraft? Define strategy. Like, the closest thing you'd ever get to a strategy during an incursion was, let's go to Nether spawn, and let's just make all the portals there, you know, go to an obsidian cage. And you just box everybody who goes into a portal errantly. You just box them in. And anybody who can get out, can get out. And anyone who can't is fucked. That was it. That was the extent of any and all strategizing. Strategizing was never elegant or interesting. Because when you think about it, back when there were... so during the early parts of the Russia War, and then all the incursions before that, you most likely had a bunch of really well-equipped players who all had very good hack clients who would all basically gang up on people who didn't have that. And so it was shooting fish in a barrel, is what it was. Okay, Cool. Whatever. Shooting fish in a barrel does not require any sort of strategy whatsoever. That's literally why it's shooting fish in a barrel. It's effortless, it's easy, it's pathetic, it's unsportsmanlike. It requires zero thought and zero planning. Okay, well, let's fast forward to today. Let's say that enough of the players who currently play have enough of a consolidated identity that there is now the current, the current 2B2T, and there are people who play the current 2B2T and identify enough with it that they want to keep it the current 2B2T. But let's say another camping rusher showed up who would dilute 2B2T's existence, and, it would essentially be emulating the wars of old, and all the people currently playing would be doing that. Okay, so would it not be either A, more of the same, shooting fish in a barrel, or would it not be B, what it is today, which is everybody and their brother has a highly powerful hack client, has connections to someone, can buy a fucking kit from a bot like that, and their odds are good they're at spawn, so they can get it really easily. And as a result, they don't have to put in any real effort. So then, how do you strategize against and fight a war against people who are equally as equipped as you? And by the way, everything in the world is duplicated to hell and back, so there's no such thing as an arms race. Everyone has a bajillion end crystals. Everybody has max diamond armor, god apples, the works, totems, all of that. There's really, especially in the age of bots and, having all of these kits and stuff, there's really no such thing as an arms race. Everybody's on equal footing. There's no better stuff you can have. What do? How do you strategize against that? Is there even such a thing as strategy against someone who is likely on exactly the same footing as you in just about every meaningful way? Because PvP still is just who can get more crystals off on the other person, who runs out of totems first, who goes in the most cocksure and lackadaisical. And that's it. Who gets fucked quicker? Oh, hey, Hobbler, you donated. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I just noticed. Thank you for your donation, man. Have a good night. Thanks so much for coming out, man. I love you, man. You take care. But yeah, you get the idea. There's no such thing as strategy in Minecraft. You can employ strategy if there is a difference of means. Strategies fall apart where a difference of means does not exist. If everyone has the exact same level of this or that, strategy is impossible. It's down to luck, conditions that are very hard to control, like the TPS. Alliances. You could make alliances with people. That might work. Maybe. But, even that's still a little iffy, because alliances on 2B2T are always shoddy at best. So, maybe. But the odds are very good that you're not going to be able to do very much of anything against another person. That is on 2B2T. On another server, yeah, you could probably strategize quite well on another server. But that's on another server. We don't care about other servers. On a server like 2B2T, where everybody is probably going to the extreme to give themselves every possible advantage it is possible to get, that's it. There's really not much else you can do. Strategy is dead, and will likely stay that way for ever. And even if you reset the map, or wiped everybody's inventories, or something drastic like that, you would only be delaying that same inevitable. Because, everything being, so... what's the word? So OP, everybody's got all the same good stuff, that's like a function of how like crazy power crept everything is, but that's just because everybody chases exploits. The next exploit to come out will just result in the same condition. So like you're not really going to change anything. At the end of the day, everybody is maxed the fuck out, and that's just all there is to it. Okay, so that's what, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I don't know. There's very precious little that can be done about how things are. Okay, it only took an hour, but I've got the last beacon bases and all this shit established, finally. Oh man, I've wanted total beacon domination over my base for several months now. Let's get that jumpy boosty and that strength. So yeah, I would love for there to be some sort of return to a strategic warfare. But if you... Oh god, what the fuck? Oh, it's a fucking phantom. What the hell? Anyway, but if you haven't noticed, Minecraft never really lent itself to strategy. That was never really a thing. Like, you can make traps, kind of, although even that was very iffy. Because hack clients have always been a thing. You were always able to break almost every block, except on servers like faction servers where you're not always allowed to break blocks. Like, if you're just playing pure vanilla, your ability to do much is very limited, and has always been very limited. And there's just not much you can do about it. The game is designed that way. Your ability to destroy and alter the world around you is essential to how the game functions. And that's all well and good, but that also means your opponent can use that against you. So, like, you're never truly in a position to forge a meaningful strategic advantage, because your opponent can almost always destroy whatever you've set up ahead of time. And there's almost always a way for them to do so, especially if they're using a hack client. And you can reasonably assume most everybody is, especially on 2B2T. So yeah, there's just no strategizing, not really. It's almost all war, or it's almost all numbers and who has the more resources. Oh, whoops! I didn't want to rest in that bed. I wanted to. I want to go to my toolsmiths. Damn it, weaponsmith. Damn it, weaponsmith. Damn it, Bobby. There you go. That's a good guy. Good boy. This is a good weaponsmith right here. He's a good boy. He knows the right trades to offer. He supplies his master with good shit. I sure am glad I built this camp in which all of my villagers could concentrate on their jobs very hard and proficiently, to the degree that they pump out more iron and emerald and other garbage than I could ever hope. Ah, what a good day it is to be the master of this place. This camp in which profuse amounts of concentration and money-making occurs. Yes. Capitalism. Okay, cool. So I finally got that finished. Inescapable deadliest trapped in prisons exists, but the problem is you can always break blocks. So even the most inescapable prison is actually destroyable. Always has been. It doesn't feel like it, but it really truly always has been. Steel beacons and iron blocks in Space Falcon 1? Really? Are you sure that's not from the efforts people have made to, like, rebuild it? There's no way the originals are still there. I refuse to believe that. I can understand people autistically recreating everything, but like, I don't know. I can't hardly believe that. Well, good for them. If somebody's rebuilt Space Falcon 1, more power to them. I'm surprised it's not been, like, better destroyed than that, but sure, whatever. Oh. Okay, so there was apparently a trick to building this thing originally that I missed out on. Because I just got a schematic and I just built it and that was the end of it. So it's really kind of my own fault that it didn't end up working. And I still have the schematic, so I can build it again properly with all the materials. I just need to do it right. In the right manner. Apparently it was a height sub-chunk related issue, so that's why this all screwed up. So I don't know, I'll fix it some other time when I've had the chance to actively look at that tutorial a little better. I don't know. You can check the screenshot that you sent me in the discussion channel. Okay, I will. You feel features like the Warden may change things up on normal servers. You found a way to safely and effectively transport them. Okay, good. What method did you use, Mr. Anonymous? I'd be interested to know what that is. Space Falcon was rebuilt by Goljan. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. How badly griefed is their rebuild? Because I know it's got to be in shambles by now. It's been almost 2 years. Surely it's, you know, borked beyond belief. I think Redstoner made him cry. Ah. I don't know about the Goljan Redstoner thing. Yeah, I don't know. I've stayed out of drama. As best I can, anyway. Please read your last comment. Okay. What did you, Hi, Jack. The rarest items in the game, beside the dragon's egg, is a large fern and a tall grass. It's a rare chance to find them in the villages. Yeah, I know about that. What about the god apple? Aren't those stupidly rare too? Or wait. Oh, I've got lava buckets. Never mind. I don't gotta fucking worry about you. Yeah. But anyway, it's kind of sad, but quite funny. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. Wardens are distracted by piston noises. Oh, set up a flying machine. It'll convince it to passively follow the flying machine. Holy shit, that's so cool. And then it just sort of like a magpie. It gets distracted by shiny, or in this case, loud object, and gets all flustered and goes, ooh, a piece of candy. And then it can't help itself. That's so funny. In faction servers, this method is effective in wars. Really? Okay. That's nice. Never would have guessed. Well, to be fair, the Warden never seemed like it had much in the way of brains. It was just... It always seemed like a dog chasing the nearest loud noise, as opposed to a thoughtful, insightful monster that is actually a constant threat. It's only a constant threat because it's just so deadly accurate, but not because it's intelligent. So I don't know. Don't let Top Hat read what? Will I have dinner? Oh, you're talking about someone else. Okay. Bed trap plus stash grief while in voice chat. Ouch. Damn, that is rough. Poor Gujon. I like Gujon. He's not been bad to me or anything. Some of the newer players who came from Russia and all the subsequent shit show YouTubers subsequent to Russia. Some of them have just been straight up disrespectful to all the older players from 2B2T. They heard, oh, this is an old player from... I gotta fuck with them. I gotta, you know, assert my dominance. I gotta flex my nuts and tell them I'm so much better than them. And it's just like, kid, nobody fucking cares. Like, people stopped doing that in 2012, 2013 because it stopped being interesting. Being bigger, badder, or whatever than someone else is, like, fleeting at best. Only a handful of people have managed to, like, get on top and stay on top, and that was really only because they lived in an era where there was almost no challenge. Like Pyro. Pyro was on top for so long because 2B2T was relatively unknown still. We hadn't yet had the Russia War, so there were not an influx of new players who were eventually going to come into their own and were good coders in their own right. People like Ox, I don't know anyone else, but a bunch of others, you know, the people who work on Future, etc., etc. Like, they would eventually come to challenge Pyro, I imagine, if he'd stuck around. So it really is a good thing for his reputation. He just bowed out when he did, because it kept him from ever being truly challenged, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. Couldn't tell you. All I know is the more people there are, the more eyes there are on a thing, the more competitive it becomes, the more stiff that competition inevitably gets. People are willing to do anything to get out in front of others, and you will inevitably be thrown from the back of the horse, figuratively speaking. Nobody wins 100% of the time. That's just life. It's not possible to be victorious at all stages of the game forever and ever and ever. Today's heroes are yesterday's, well, forgotten. Just is what it is, you know? So yeah, who knows? Damn, that's close to diamonds? What was? It's easy to find them in ancient cities now. God apples are oh, really? They made them more common. Wow, Mojang truly does not learn its fucking lesson. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad to hear about that, but yeah. It's a satire video, but Gojan seems to be quite young. I don't think Gojan's that young. I think he's in his mid to early 20s. And he's average, really. Most people on 2B2T are getting into their 20s now. All the kids who were young kids at the Russia War who've stuck around are all getting into their 20s now. Because, fucking shit. The Russia War was 6 years ago. Oh my god. Where does the time go? What is this? I can't even. If you told me there would be 6 years post-Russia, I don't know that I could believe you. I don't think I thought that far ahead. I don't know. I almost shudder to think of what life will be like in 6 years from now. The end of the 2020s, just about. Wacky, isn't it? You don't like how notch apples have gotten common? I mean, they are a problem in large amounts. The ability to just get literally invincible for a time is really painful. It's very, very OP. Well, actually, I want to destroy these. The God Apple being so incredibly available is why PvP pre 1.9 was so cancerous. Don't let anyone tell you differently, by the way. Anyone saying pre 1.9 PvP is so good, no. Pre 1.9 PvP was hell on earth. And don't get me wrong, 1.9 PvP isn't all that much better, but at least it's over quickly. You've got the beauty of, oh no, someone killed me. Shit. They killed me inside 2 seconds. 10 seconds. I didn't spend an hour and a half wailing on them only to end up dying after an hour and a half. And yeah, that happened. Being forced to sink hours and hours and hours into PvP was very common back then. I'm so glad the crystal at least dethroned the diamond sword, but like, we still live in a hellish PvP meta. That's still not changed. And I don't think the commonality of God Apples is really going to change that either, because you still get fucking destroyed. You just get destroyed slightly less quickly. Like, it's the difference between lasting 2 seconds and 10 seconds. Like, is it really enough? Like, is that really, really, truly going to be enough? I don't think so. PvP is still a nightmare. I still dread doing it. I really wish they hadn't scrapped the combat snapshots. But for whatever reason, they decided that was something they just didn't want to work on anymore. So much for the combat update. God, Mojang has just done nothing but screw the pooch lately. What the fuck is wrong with them? Who is doing this? This awful design and creative decision making. Who's in charge of that? Because they're literally they're harming Minecraft. They really are. All it takes is a string of bad decisions to alienate your fan base. So I don't know. Microsoft and soy devs. I mean, that's definitely an aspect of it, but there's got to be more to it than just that. There is something else going on. There have been a lot of hints about it, but no real confirmation as to what that is. Who the fuck knows anymore? Oh, no blocks fell down. Cool. Well, not here anyway. Don't question it, just get hype. And then get hype for more product. Get hype for more content. Don't think, just do. I sincerely hope that motto and that mentality dies out in the next 5 to 10 years. Because if not, it's going to have such a detrimental effect on society. It's so funny, a lot of those same types who are basically saying those very things were the very same idiots who were railing against consumerism in the 90s and early 2000s, who are now basically the progenitors of that very consumerism. It's really quite stupid. Like, do they genuinely think people are that dumb that they can't see through it? I don't get it. I'm not mentally disabled, nor are any of you. Your average person is more than capable of thinking for themselves. So who the fuck knows? I'm going to consume... Yeah. It's what they'd like you to do. You're not in the loop very much. Oh, about how... Yeah, there seemed to have been a handful of people, specifically, who were pushing the chat stuff really hard to, like, an unresistible degree. And there are people who have had to sign NDAs to, like, keep it a secret for some reason. But we don't know what degree to which they are silenced, just that they have been silenced. We don't know who's involved. We know there's a bit of subterfuge involved. That's about it. But precisely who, what, why, when, and where is really up in the air. Damn it. My stuff keeps falling. I don't want to lose glass. I need this shit. You're gonna go Frocality? Okay, take care. I'm probably gonna cut it here very soon once I get this glass all done. I've got to get all the proper planning and positioning for this raid farm. I've got to worry about that. You know what? I'm being stupid. I'll have to expend some fiery works to get back up there, but it shouldn't be impossible. Okay, so that should be a definitive link. Oh yeah, I also wanted to do something in here. Though I guess it'll have to wait until later. I still have dimension doors, so like... Oh fuck. I forgot these blocks replace this white fabric of reality block or whatever. There we go. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do in here. It's awfully bright. Also, I've got to put a block up there to mark where the roof is. I feel like every stream I end up just ragging on more Mojang bullshit. And it's not that I don't have other meaningful things to say, but God, it's an infuriating time to play this game, isn't it? When you've got one bullshit drama that just sucks up all your time and attention. Oh well, what can you do? What the fuck mod is this? It's dimensional doors. I assume that I found about it. No, I did not find out about it there. I found out about it through DocM77. He posted it on Twitter while drunk. And it's been frequently cited as evidence of something deeper going on. But I've actually not been on 4chan for Minecraft stuff in a long while. Years. Because, I mean, I just don't have a reason to. 4chan stopped caring about Minecraft a very long time ago. In fact, they were, like, gleeful when the chat changes were announced and the Mojang account thing, the migration, all that. When all that shit started up, all the people in 4chan were saying was just like, you're getting screwed by Mojang, and that was it. And, of course, we all knew they were right. I mean, 4chan's never wrong, so, you know, that's how it is. But, I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't fight back against it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It just, they were never going to listen to us in the first place. It's now painfully obvious that we were never on their radar from the outset. This was never going to end well. And they don't care. They never cared. It was never about that. Shut up and accept the changes we are forcing down your throat. And here we are. In many ways, the people who quit Minecraft years ago got out while it was good. But I don't know. I wanna at least still continue in this version, because this is still a fun version to play. It's still got good stuff for it. And it's stable. There are plenty of mods to experiment with. It's not that bad. It's not like... Yeah, I'm sure there will eventually be mods that add in, you know, future content. There are already mods that do things like that for really old versions of the game, but... something like that, I don't know. This stuff makes you depressed. I know it does. I need to stop talking about it, Light. I'm so sorry. What version is this? 1.18. 1.18.2, the last really good version. I guess 1.19 is okay. Though I don't know how stable 1.19 is in terms of, like, bugs. I've not heard very bad things about it, but I couldn't tell you precisely. The server will be doing very shortly a little bit of a fun community project. That will be 1.19, but only 1.19, not 1.19.1. So there will be none of this bullshit chat reporting. Stop making you think critically. You just want to consume comfort. Okay. I'm sorry. What's everybody's favorite foods? Where do you like to go for vacation? What does everybody like to look at? Cat pics or dog pics? What's your favorite meme? Retweet, like, and subscribe if you also have no brain. I'm sorry, that last one was rude. Most people have a brain, they just choose not to use it. Shame, really. I love using my brain. But then again, I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to exerting effort. In case you haven't noticed. Exerting effort is always painful. And for some reason, I'm addicted to that sort of pain. Jacktherippa becomes a nerd. Maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of good cat meme? Yes, good cat memes are nice. Can't lie. Maybe I ought to make a meme or two of Ellie or Dallas. Maybe. Already retweeted. Reddit moment. Yes, exactly. Like if you browse Reddit. Upvote. Reddit Guild. Silver. All that shit. Like and subscribe. You updooted. Well, you're a true comrade, Light Morrison. Thank you. Speaking of cats, Stella reveal. Oh shit, I forgot to get a pic of Stella. I'm so sorry. I saw her crawl out of her little house today. I should have done it then. I didn't think about it. You're gonna have to probably keep reminding me a few times, Poncho Hamster. I'm really bad at remembering minor things like that. Because, like, Stella is not high on my priority list of things to worry about in life. Because she's a cat. She takes care of herself. She sleeps 90% of the day. Like, I'll see her when I see her, and I pet her, and that's about the end of it. And, yeah, so I don't often think about taking a picture or any of that, so I gotta do that. So, you're gonna have to keep reminding me a bit, but yeah. Wowee, 500,000 karma, oh my god. Cats are the only positive thing you love. Yeah, cats are nice. They're definitely my favorite animal. I'm very cat-like myself. I have the pride and ego of a cat, but without all the cuteness. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it coming. It's irresistible. It's irresistible, just like your call to subscribe and like and upvote on Reddit and all those other buzz catchline things that people want you to do. I don't know, something like that. Oh, have a good day, Anonymous. Thanks for coming out, man. I enjoyed talking to you. Show up again. Don't be like all these other Fit MC fans who come by, rubberneck, ask about 2B2T, ask why I don't play, and then leave forever. Be like a Giga Chad. The Giga Chads like Poncho Hamster and Mike and Nana and Universal and a bunch of others whose names I could list day after day. Okay, sneeze seems to have passed. It didn't actually, like, trigger. So I don't know. I may or may not have to sneeze directly into the mic. Base Fit MC fan showing up to harvest Jack of consumable content and leave immediately. Yeah, I know. Like locusts. Oldest anarchy. The youngest Roblox, or the youngest democracy server in Roblox. That's my favorite way to refer to it. It's got a certain ring to it, you know? Just like my new fandom name. Yeah, the Jacktherippa's Enthusiasts. That's end with a E-N-D. You guys are the best. Almost done with this. This eyesore that has hung in the sky for a good 3 or 4 months now. I hope this farm doesn't get patched. It would suck to have to pour all this time and effort into getting a good working raid farm and then poof, the exploit that makes it work goes bye-bye. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably stow all this other garbage in here too. My fan keeps blowing my hair onto my mouth and it gets in my mouth and it's annoying. God, choosing to grow my hair out long was low-key kind of silly. I don't know how other people can deal with this. What kind of games did I play before Minecraft? Oh god. That's reaching. I predominantly played emulated games on the Super Nintendo, the PlayStation, Game Boy Advance, even the Nintendo DS a little bit. There were lots of good games from that era that were worth playing. So I would just emulate and play stuff like that. And that's all I ever did. And it was obvious that this creative itch was not getting scratched because I would do pixel art. That was what I did to scratch that creative itch for a while. And it was okay. Not great, but it was okay. I wasn't terribly good at pixel art in and of itself. And then Minecraft came out, and I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. This has the potential for a lot of free expression, and obviously mods and stuff like that. And it was just nothing short of amazing. And I've been hooked ever since. 12.5 years later, here we are. Still can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, that's life. Maybe one day I'll find a game with as much potential and creative fun and detailing and all that as Minecraft. Maybe that game will be Hytale. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's all of it. Finally, that's all of it. I'm sure I've lost some items to despawn, but oh well. Hey, Mr. Zombie. Hey, Mr. Skeleton. Or Mr. Spider. Tired of these motherfucking iron golems on this motherfucking sea lantern bridge. Go into the water. There we go. To the death chamber with you. Okay. I hope that was every block, but I probably didn't recover every single block. But I recovered a good 80% of them. I can just supplement whatever I don't have. Okay. So this will be my rebuild the raid farm box. Alright, what else am I missing? I need to finish up the detailing around the outer edge at some point. That's going to be harder to do than I initially would like. I got to finish this vertical shaft. I haven't done, or vertical section. I haven't done this. Rebuild the raid farm, obviously. Rebuild it right this time. How many more, okay. It's a decent amount more. Need more honeycomb. All right. That will do. Hey, Ellie, let's go to bed. Sleep on me. Yeah, I love how the cats curl up on you like that. That's so cute. Good touch, Minecraft. Get away from the edge. Get away from the edge. There we go. There we go. She's nice and safe. All right. That'll do it. That wasn't too bad, was it? We got a lot of stuff done. Wait a minute, there's something behind there. Something behind here. It's another kitty. Problem is, she doesn't look like any of the cats that I own or know. Because there are a few cats in my neighborhood, but this cat doesn't look a thing like any of them. Oh well. Must be a wild spawn from, somehow the village can reach all the way over here and spawn a cat. Crazy. Okay. Well, at any rate, thank you all so much for coming out. Stream stopped. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know why. Everything should be okay now. Hopefully it recovers. Okay, well, at any rate, if it comes back, whatever, I'm about to end the stream here anyway. So yeah, you all have a great night. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching me. Thank you all to those who donated, especially Fracality and oh god, what was his name? Fuck. I'm just gonna pull up the list because I don't want to miss anyone. I'm very bad at remembering on the spot who did what. Where are you at? Where are you at? There we go. Hobbler, Fracality, Yada, and Quowery. Thank you all so much for donating. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will catch you all Monday for Building with Jack, Space Valk 3. Y'all have a good night. Bye.